Hey everybody, today I want to talk about transactional relationships. You know, everybody sits back at home and they think when an older expat comes here to the Philippines and he meets a younger, beautiful Filipina, then it's a financial transaction. It is a transaction. It is a financial transaction, but there's more to it than just finances. So the first stage I'm going to call, and we all call that the honeymoon stage. And I also call this the moving on up, the George Jefferson, moving on up. What is he bringing? He's bringing finances, financial security. He's bringing his paycheck, his social security, his pension, his 401, his this, whatever he's got, he's bringing. Life savings, sold his house and he's moving over here. What is she offering? She brings her youth, her beauty, her enthusiasm at the start of the relationship, this willingness to go travel, this willingness to show him around the Philippines. Even though she's never been there, they're going to learn the Philippines together. This is a win-win situation, and she is starting to experience with him a quality of life, a lifestyle she's never experienced before. And this is moving on up. She's moving out of the province. Maybe she's moving out of a lower income area in the big city, but she's never had the finances or the ability to do the traveling like he's taking her. Maybe it's just short trips, but he is spending everything and taking her places she's never been before. Think about her first experience in a casino. Think about her first experience in a high-rise hotel, 27th floor, 30th floor, or maybe he has a condo that he's renting on the 30th floor, and she's never been higher than ground level living somewhere. She is moving on up. He is bringing his money. He's bringing his expertise as a provider, the steady income, the nice apartment, the nice place to live he's providing. He's buying her new clothes. He's just giving her stuff she's just never had before. This initial dating, this honeymoon stage, is total transactional, and it's definitely one way, other than for the personal satisfaction he gets from having this beautiful woman next to him. And as she's moving on up, the expat is providing the lion's share in this transaction. So in the mid-game, this is after the honeymoon phase. At this point, it sort of balances out this transactional relationship where both partners are giving a lot. He's, again, still providing the steady income, a good place to live, but maybe he's moved closer to her family. Maybe he's lived away from the big city, the excitement of the nightlife that he was used to, and he's settling into province life or smaller town life. And what is she bringing? Well, she's becoming that dependable partner, a loyal partner, someone he can count on to take care of him, someone who will take care of the household. He doesn't have to worry about, oh, we need to buy rice, oh, we're out of chicken. She's taking care of all that. She's doing the shopping. She's doing the ordering of things online. If you need something from Shopee, she is ordering the water for the house. She is going down and paying the electric bill for you. She's taking care of all the domestic chores that you don't want to deal with. You're an old retired guy, you know, just like me. I don't want to do all these domestic chores. I definitely don't want to be doing laundry. I don't want to be mopping the floor. I'm capable of doing all this, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to do dishes. I don't want to have to cook every meal because I'm retired and help here is so cheap. So you could hire a maid if you're living by yourself, or a cook or a housekeeper. You can hire all this, but if you have a partner, the transaction now starts balancing out. You're still giving all the money, but she is starting to give more and more into the household, taking care of all the daily needs that you have, not just physical needs, but the needs you need around the house, things that have to be done and taken care of, the business of running a household. The one thing the expat wants is to have a comfortable lifestyle. Whatever lifestyle he chooses, he wants comfort, and it's her job to make sure he's comfortable in whatever lifestyle they've chosen as a couple. And it's gone from the one man providing everything to both parties contributing equally to the partnership. We get to the phase where it starts to unravel, and it turns the other way, where the girl is giving more than she's receiving, and the guy is getting a lot more than what he's paying for. Father time is caught up. He can no longer travel. He is not bedridden, but he is limited on his ability to travel. Yeah, maybe he can still go downtown, go to the coffee shop, maybe he can make it to the elevator of the condo, go down to the pool, sit in the sun, swim a little bit. But his traveling days are over, his nightlife is over, his boom boom every night stage is long gone. And at this point, the girl becomes more of a caretaker. Instead of that young, exciting, beautiful partner he had in the beginning of this relationship, she is now much more important to him as someone that takes care of him, makes sure all his daily needs are taken care of, wipes things up that he spills. She helps him put his shoes on. She sometimes helps him put his pants on. You know, there's things you need as you get older. Now we're talking about getting into your late 70s, early 80s, where the partnership now, you still have an income coming in. You're still the provider financially. But, you know, she has to work much harder now than in the very beginning. Remember, in the beginning, it was more of a party atmosphere, more of a, let's have some fun, let's go out to dinner, let's go dancing, let's go do something. To now, it's we stay home all the time. We don't go anywhere. Even going to someone's party is hard to do. When you have to go to the doctor, she has to take you to the doctor. You're not capable of doing that. Someone has to go get your medication. Someone has to go and fill the script for you. Her duties have expanded. Naturally, over the years, her duties have become more involved, more of taking care of a relative, taking care of her partner, the person she loves. And a good partner from the beginning to the end will do this, will gladly take care of you. But she's giving up everything to take care of you. Now it's no longer the dollars and cents. Yeah, you're putting a roof over her head, but man, you need someone under that roof to help you. She's managing your physical limitations and taking care of you 24/7. So the value shifts where the care is much more important to you than the money. It's much more important that you're taken care of. Nobody wants to go back home and be in a nursing home or being taken care of by strangers. You really hope you find somebody that you can love and trust in a relationship, a transactional relationship, and you're still paying all the bills. Your money's coming in and it's going to the household. But so much more of that money now is used towards your health, saving money for your hospital visits, your doctor visits. She has to take you there. And if she doesn't drive a car, she has to wave down the trike or hire a car for the day, or maybe have a nurse come in to help her give your injections that you need, the medication you need. She has to become friendly with the pharmacist to get you the correct medication, your prescriptions filled. She has to make sure that they don't interact, bad. There's not a bad outcome because you're taking one medication with something else. Somebody has to look out for you that you're taking the right amount at the right time. You're taking that one pill in the morning, these two other pills in the afternoon, and you're drinking plenty of water. Somebody has to take care of you. And that's this end of the transaction. This is the caregiver side, where you're paying financially for her to be there. Of course, you have for years, but now her role has expanded. Now we go to the part of the relationship where you need a higher level of care. You need extreme devotion from this woman to take care of you. The load becomes so heavy for her. When your health collapses, you start to have major health concerns, chronic illness, where you need 24/7 nursing care. So she moves from girlfriend, wife, caretaker to full-time nurse now for you, to take care of you, because you can't trust nobody else. You can trust her. She's been with you a long time and you've gone through all these stages, and you hope you can trust her. And everybody back home, when you start a relationship, they're always going to say, oh, she's using you for the money. Well, at this point of the relationship, where you need this high level care, the irony of a transactional relationship, everybody thinks she's getting the best of the deal. Well, look at her now. Maybe she's wiping your butt. She's wiping the drool from your chin. She's making sure you're taking the right medication. You're eating correctly. She's taking your blood pressure a couple times a day. She takes your temperature. She makes sure that you make it to your doctor's appointments. You make it to the hospital in time to take the test that you're told to go take. During this phase, she is working harder than anybody could imagine her working. And the alternative for you, the expat, is to go back home and live in a cold nursing home, being taken care of by strangers, public assistance maybe, where the money you have here, this transactional relationship where people says, you're giving her money. She's making out like a bandit. Is she really? At this stage, is she really? So let's get to the exit. What's left behind? The ultimate price that she paid to be with you all this time, as some people would say, a gold digger. A transactional relationship where she's getting money. You're getting hosed, they say. You're getting taken advantage of, they say. It has come full circle. And now we're at the extreme end of the relationship. This is where you're very ill and you have a couple choices. Maybe you decide, I'm going to go back home. I want to be taken care of in a major hospital. Maybe it's something that can't be treated here in the Philippines, and after talking it over and deciding that it's much better for you to go back to the US for treatment. But remember, when you're going back home for treatment, so is your money. She is losing that financial umbrella. You're going to need that to take care of yourself. You're going to have to live somewhere. You're going to have to get yourself to the hospital. Or the extreme happens, you pass, and it leaves her in the same boat. There is no survivor benefit for her. There is no anything for her. It's just like you went back home. The financial support ends, but the costs are still there. She still has to pay rent. Maybe your funeral costs she has to pay. Hopefully we save for that. But either way, the chapter is closed. And what has happened to her? She has given up her prime years. She has given up her youth for you. She has given up maybe having children for you. She's given up a lot for you, and now your life is over, and she's sad, and she's crying, and she wishes you could be back. But you're not. She has to go on with life. She enters middle age. She enters her senior. Maybe she's a senior at this point. You know, you're here 30 years or something. She becomes a senior. And there's no men for her to go after. She is what she is. Whatever you left her is what she has. Whatever she was able to save is all she has. If she had children prior to you, hopefully these children take care of her. All you guys who say, I don't want a girl who has kids. But if you're going to keep her with you till the end of time, and you're gone, who's going to take care of her? What has she left behind? Her youthful appearance, her extreme beauty, her vigor for life, her prime years of potentially building a family. But she's faced with starting over alone. So if you look at the whole timeline of a relationship from start to end, now I'm not talking about a one-year relationship. I'm talking about you guys who have a girl and you're with her for many, many years. The extreme timeline. Who pays the most? What's the biggest price? I've heard many guys say, oh, you stole her youth. Well, yes, you did. But you didn't steal it. She gave it to you. That was the transaction. Your financial support, your ability to move her on up, your ability to give her a better lifestyle. And her exchange for your financial ability to give her that was her youth, her vigor, her strength, her enthusiasm. And because she's younger than you, she has the ability to outlast you. She's going to live longer than you. So she's going to be able to take care of you when we get into those desperate situations towards the end of life. All relationships are financial transactions. If it's a sexual relationship, and that's all it is, it's definitely financial transaction. Until next time.